Hey everyone, welcome to my story. Today's my story is on mending relationships. So first off, I thought it would be fixing relationships between couples more so, and giving some ways that you can. This does not necessarily work only for couples, but other people as well. So let's get started. Here's 4 ways of determining whether or not you can fix a broken relationship or mend a broken relationship. Number 1, determine if you and the other person wants to fix the relationship. There is no sense in trying to fix something if only one of you are willing to do the work. If your partner is unapologetic or for mistakes dismissive of your desires to talk or continues hurtful behavior, it might not be the time to move on. Moving on. Number 2, determine why the relationship is at trouble. All relationships go through patches at one point or another, as it's notably of our first few months together wears off. Problems and stress start to pile up, and things you once found cute begin to annoy you to no end. While there are always small issues in some cases, some issues can cause problems when they linger under the surface for too long. And some examples of that are: you don't believe your opinions is respected, you don't feel like your partner doesn't care about your needs, you feel your partner or person you're in a relationship with is not helping with chores, bills, or kids, etc. You don't communicate well, or you argue frequently. Moving on. Talk with your partner about what's bothering you. Sometimes relationships end or hit rough spots when there is not adequate communication going on between the two parties. While difficult, you have to be willing to share your problems and issues with your partner to have any hope of fixing it. So in other words, make time to be honest with the person you want a relationship with. Your concerns have to come out in the open, and they will never be fixed. And it can help to write down your problems ahead of time to discuss them with your close friend or partner, so you feel more comfortable expressing yourself with your partner later. Moving on. This is the final part that might help you, is listening to your partner or other person you're in a relationship with responses instead of arguing. Instead of trying to think of what to say next, stop and try to understand what they are telling you. Careful listening shows respect and will help you both figure out what's going on and what's going wrong in your relationship. Number 5. See the world through your partner's eyes. Too often, couples get caught up in their own emotions and neglect to see what their other partner is upset. This is the easiest way to drag arguments out for days and days, but it can be easily remedied. Pause for a moment and think about why your partner is upset. What sort of mistakes have you made that might have bothered them? Moving on. Act on your issues immediately. It is not enough to simply talk about your issues together. You need to do something to address them. Once you've figured out what is wrong between you two, each one of you should come up with at least 2 things that you are going to do to address the issues. Tell your partner your solutions and ask them to hold you accountable. The only way to mend a broken relationship is to commit to healing it. If your partner feels like they do all the work, for example, make a list of 4 to 5 chores that you'll commit to doing every day. If your partner feels like there is no romance in your relationship, design a date night once a week. If your partner feels marginalized or unloved, make a point to listen more and talk less during dinner and before bed. Forgive each other. This can be the hardest part of mending a relationship, but also the most crucial. Forgiveness releases pent-up anger, pain, and emotion so that they don't come back later in life, sabotaging all the progress you've made. Remember that no one is perfect, and without forgiveness, there wouldn't be a single working relationship on the planet. Forgiveness takes time, so don't be afraid if you are still angry 1 or 2 days after an argument. Keep working on forgiving your partner, and you'll be surprised how quickly you let go of the negative emotions. Talking to your partner, I should say, and seeing their mistake through their eyes can help you understand the issue and offer forgiveness more repeatedly. Moving on. Give each other space and time to heal. Being together doesn't mean you got to leash over the other person. When mending a broken relationship, your instinct might be to spend every waking moment together, but this prevents the two of you from stepping back and seeing the big picture of your relationship. It's good sides and bad. Spending each waking moment together often leads to fighting and feeling trapped. Remember the expression, if you love something, set it free. Stiffing your micromanaging people only drives them away. Trust yourself and your partner to spend some time alone, and you will both be happier and healthier. Number 9. Remember why you fell in love with that person or you love that person. After a long time with the same person, it is easy to let the problems in your life like money, kids, and stress overwhelm the good memories you have together. Try to take a step back from your daily life and think about what you enjoy about your partner or friend or whatever, focusing on the reasons you work well together. This will help you let go of the negative thoughts that you have taken over lately and remember why you are in love with your partner or love or care about your friends or family members. Go through old photo albums and tell stories about your everyday together. And there's other ways that this website has for mending relationships, but I'm not going to read them, but it is, for those of you who want to check this out more, it is www.wikihow.com/mend-a-broken-relationship. So I got here right from Google, so you guys can as well. But let's move into more portion of mine. So the reason why I wanted to do this video is because I think everybody knows probably by now that me and my biological father and I weren't really talking there for a little bit of time. And what I did to help mend my relationship back with him and start to get that little bit of relationship back that we did have. And I don't want to go too much in why I wasn't talking to him or anything like that, because that's going to bring up bad memories and all that of everything, so I'm not going to do that. But I am going to say that when I did that, I was not probably at my best headspace, as much as I would like to say I was, but push comes to shove, we ended up talking again, and what I did to get to that point was pretty much I sat back and took my own time and space away from everybody and that was one of the things that that website had said to do. And once I did that, I kind of realized that I really wanted to be in a relationship with the guy I was in a relationship with at that time. And at that time, I was still with Ethan, and we were still talking, but it wasn't really in depth, because it was starting to kind of slow down because we were becoming more of a friend than anything at that time. So then we were just talking, and he had suggested to me, he said about maybe it's time to talk to your dad and them again, because they might be able to help you. And at that time, I was still very upset with my dad and them. And then I sat back and took some more time, and then I realized that he was right. So I contacted them and started talking to them, and ever since it's been pretty well. So that's pretty much it for this one. Next week's My Story will be on writing stories and books and why I think it's so important and why I think I like it so much. So have a great day. Peace. Thank you guys for watching.